G'day guys, long time no see. Been a bit busy, been a bit crook. But anyway, I thought I'd better do an update video and just tell you where we're at and what's been going on. Well, the house renovations continue. As a lot of you long-time viewers would know, we bought this house probably about 5 years ago now, and it's a 1975 house. That needs quite a bit of love in a lot of spots. Every time I start doing something, it reveals more love that it needs. One of the things that we've started working on is the converted garage. Now, originally the house had a double garage, and it was converted into a rumpus room, second lounge room, whatever you call it. And unfortunately, it wasn't done very well. It was done very cheaply. It was done by somebody's family member or something, I don't know, but it's a pretty shoddy job. So, what we want to do is, well, this is the room. That's the entry into the kitchen. As you can see, it's all Besser block, concrete block construction, which is slightly different to the rest of the house. It does have a wood heater in it, which although I've got to remove for reasons I'll explain in a minute, it is going back to that spot with a new hearth. It does have a window on the eastern side of the house, and as you can possibly see, it does have a retaining wall along here because this has been cut into. This is only about 30 centimetres below the window here, whereas we're nearly a good metre, well, probably a metre of cut in here, and that continues out the front, albeit smaller. Now, was replaced with some lovely windows and a couple of opening doors here that open outwards, which is kind of stupid, so I'm going to change that. They're now going to open inwards. And the other thing you probably notice is that it is currently about 200 mil odd lower than the rest of the house. So we're going to have concrete built up to the same height as the house, which will also take it up to the laundry height as well there. This will all be concreted and filled in, and fortunately we have enough height in the bottom of the solid doors to be able to take that 200 mil at the bottom, because one of the major issues is that being an ex-garage outside, of course this is all at the same height as outside. When we get heavy rain, we get water pooling here, and they didn't do a very good job of sealing here, and all of this bottom plate of the door jamb is actually rotted. A little bit hard to see, but you can see, oh yeah, it's rotted in there. Plus, the windows, now, this is the worst side. I'll show you this side first. This is the worst side. They put pine as the bottom plate here. It's a little bit hard to see because it's a little bit dark, and then built the frame, and that is actually at ground level out there, and you can see that chucked in a bit of concrete right up against the pine. So water's been sitting in here, and all of this wood is now rotted, as you can see there. Now the new concrete is going to come to about here. So we're going to float that out to the concrete, the brick walls at the front there, box this out. Like I said, it's about there, and that will be a step then that will go outside. That'll cure all the water issues, although I will do some drainage work out the front there eventually to stop any water from pooling here. But the problem is, because they laid the wood down in the ground and then concreted around it, that's a big no-no. Anytime concrete comes in contact with wood, and it is only just pine, I don't think it's even treated pine, it rots. So now that means I've got to support all this wall somehow, float the new concrete in at the right height, then make a new framing system that goes under here, about half that height now, so that then, one, it supports the windows, but also two, I can then re-gyp across the front here after I've insulated it. Man, the house that just keeps giving. A good thing is the bulk of it I can do myself. Yeah, I'm getting in a concreter to do the concreting. It is a pretty big area. It's 6 metres by 6 metres odd. But we're going to turn this into our formal lounge room and set up the home theatre system and everything in that. So that's going to make it much more usable to us. And plus we've got a lovely view out of the gardens out the front here. Still haven't decided what we're going to do for window drapes or anything yet. Obviously that's important in Tasmania to keep the heat in. We do have the reverse cycle air conditioner here, which is the big one, and the wood heater, which we rarely use, but it is nice on occasion. So yeah, that's what's been happening. Plus I've been, as you can hear, I've got a bit of nasal stuff still going on. I had COVID a week ago, so and it hit me pretty hard actually. It came in on top of another nasty sinus infection that I had, and yeah, so I've been a bit crook lately, but apologies for lack of content and even lack of fry bats. I just haven't had the impetus to actually go and film them. So there's a bit of an update for you. I hope things are good where you are. Happy Friday, and see you hopefully soon. One of the other big things that we had to deal with over the last few weeks is we had a massive storm front come through. We've had a lot of rain, and unfortunately it's brought down a couple of trees on both my side and my neighbour's side. And here you can see one of the big trees on my neighbour's side fell and ripped up the fence. And we're still dealing with that, trying to work out how to get that stump at least back in place, or we've temporarily fixed the fence so the dog can't get through. But yeah, it was a lot of firewood cutting on both his and my side of the fence. So yeah, that was fun and games.